Hey beautiful friends, I hope everyone's having a great day. Today I just wanted to, I feel like I already have said 6 times in this opener, whatever. So I hope everyone's having a great day, and I just wanted to make this video about how to be happy. And obviously, as you can see, I have no makeup on. It's Saturday, so I've just kind of been chilling all day. It's the weekend, it's my time to relax, and I was like, yeah, I think it'll be cool to do a video without any makeup on. And I haven't brushed my hair yet. Like, it's been a really, really relaxing weekend for me. There's kind of like a hidden message behind why I'm not wearing makeup right now, because it's not a factor in my happiness, the way that my face looks, or my acne, or my scars, or whatever. I don't want it to seem like this girl is freaking lazy. She can't even put on a little concealer for her videos, because that's not it. That's not it at all. I feel comfortable in the way that I look right now. Like, sometimes, I mean, I wear makeup every day to work, but, you know, if I feel like I have to wear makeup, I don't want to wear makeup, if that makes any sense at all. Like, I enjoy wearing makeup, but I don't ever want to feel like I have to, because I'll think of myself different. And some days I do, but like right now, I debated. I was like, should I wear makeup before I go on the internet in front of a bunch of people with my face looking the way that it does? And I was like, you know what, whatever. Because this is me in like my most raw form, and I trust that I'm gonna attract the right people to watch this video and the right people to my channel, so whatever. You know, I don't want to be perceived as lazy, because I'm definitely not a lazy person, but it was just a matter of kind of empowering myself and being like, I don't need to wear makeup. It doesn't determine my happiness or my level of confidence. Like, the way that I think of myself, what is that quote? I think, therefore I am. Like, whatever. If I think that I'm beautiful and if I'm confident, then people probably won't even question it. Or oftentimes I think we think that people are so much more critical of us than they really are. It's just a head game. Anyways, yada yada yada. That's why I'm not wearing makeup. It's unnecessary right now, and I feel happy without it, so there's no point in going and taking the time to put it on right now. So a lot of people kind of have that one thing in their life that they're really good at. For me, I feel like one thing that I've always gotten complimented on is my happiness. Like, when I used to work at Hooters, and customers would always be like, "Hi, you're so happy. Like, how are you so happy all the time?" And even today, people say that a lot. They're like, "You're like the happiest person I know." And I just want to take a moment to share with you guys how I stay so happy regardless of what's going on in my life. And I'm actually in a point in my life right now where I'm not in a funk, but I'm not choosing to be as happy as I could be. Emphasis on the word choosing, because it is a state of mind. And for me, it is. I mean, which is such a blessing, and it's such a good thing. More so, I'm trying to like empower you to realize that, like, no matter where you're at in life, no matter how much money you have, no matter what you're doing, how you look, you know, where you've been, whatever, you always have the right to be happy, and it's a choice. And it's easier to make sometimes than others, but it's really empowering to know that, you know, no one can steal your peace of mind. No one can steal your happiness, ultimately. So I just wanted to make this video, and the reason why I wanted to make it while I'm at this kind of funky point is to let you know why I'm here and what methods I'm going to use to pull myself out of it. So I just thought this would be kind of cool. I've been in this funky state right now where, just for this past week, but it feels like it's been a lifetime. So I haven't exercised all week long, which is really unusual for me. I've been eating a lot of sugar, not like fruit, not natural. I mean, it's cane sugar, but I've been eating these like heaping like bags of granola that are non-GMO, and you know, that they're all healthy ingredients, but sugar is definitely like one of the first 4 ingredients I think listed on that section, meaning that there's a lot of it in there. So I think consuming massive amounts of that has had an effect on it. Also, I think that I am getting ready to start my feminine cycle, you know what I'm saying? Sorry if that's too much information for any of you. But yeah, there's a lot of factors. I am living away from my family. I moved to Iowa for my job. I moved out of my house and was relocated away from all my family and friends. So yeah, I'm just going through a really different chapter in life right now, and it's kind of like testing me professionally in my career. It's testing me, you know, who am I without my family and friends around? And there's just a lot, there's just a lot going on. Good things, so like all good things. I interpret them as all good things. Anyway, so things that I've done in the past, like when I've gone through heartbreaks or just periods of life where I was abusive to my body, whether it was through an eating disorder or drugs, not to get personal, but it's just life, and sometimes we make poor choices, and those were poor choices that I made that did impact my happiness because I allowed it to. And I just use this method to come out of it. So I would say, oh gosh, there's so much that goes into it. So I'm going to list these things. They're not going to be in any particular order. So I'll start with, you know, physically. So I would definitely say exercising. And while I'm doing that, I will think about the fact that I am so grateful. You know, I feel my heart pumping blood to, you know, all of my limbs. I try to be mindful and convince myself, like, I feel these happy endorphins, you know, being released, and I feel grateful that I have these legs to run, and, you know, I'm thankful to be flexible and to stretch and to move. And, you know, exercising is a privilege because there are people who are physically incapable of getting out of bed in the morning. When I exercise, I mean, you're releasing those positive endorphins, those happy endorphins. So, you know, chemically, it puts you in a happier state. So it's a blessing, it's a privilege, and it physically makes me feel good. And then, you know, you look good. You look great. Like, you look healthy when you're exercising and taking care of yourself, and you're just doing your body a huge favor. So, of course, nutrition, what you put in your body is so, so, so important. I've been a vegan for, I think, going on like 3 years now. And as I've progressed on my journey in veganism and a plant-based diet or lifestyle, whatever, I have gotten a lot better at incorporating whole foods as opposed to junk. Like last night I ate a large amount of junk. You know, I had like vegan pizza and mac and cheese and spaghetti and popcorn and wine and all this stuff. I haven't eaten like that in a while, but I just kind of went on a bender, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna feel bad about it. And even though mentally I didn't feel bad about it, like, I didn't get out of bed until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's ridiculous. I wasted half of the day. Of course, I don't do that often, and it's a Saturday, so whatever, but typically when I'm in my most happy state of mind, I don't sleep in like that. I wake up excited for the day, loving to, you know, watch the sunrise and get up and utilize all the opportunities in the day. So, you know, I'm eating a lot of chemically processed foods, and that affects me internally. So when I'm eating more fruits and vegetables in their whole form, I feel, I mean, it's like I'm in a different, you guys are gonna think I'm so crazy, but my sister and I talked about this. She lives in Colorado. She's amazing. She's amazing. I love her so much. I have a ton of siblings. I have 3 older brothers and 2 older sisters. So just to kind of let you know what my family dynamic is, I'm the baby. I'm the runt of the family. I would get killed off in any other species. Fun fact. But no, so my sister and I were talking about, because she is now a vegan as well, but it's like when you're putting all of these amazing nutrients into your body, it's like I'm like in a different level of consciousness, and I just feel incredible. Again, it's a combination of all sorts of things, but you know, when I'm doing it consistently and I'm hydrating, oh my gosh, that is so important. I should have said that first. I've not been hydrating. when I'm hydrated, when I'm exercising, when I am feeding my body just beautiful fuel that makes me feel so vibrant and energetic. And it's a way of like showing gratitude to this temple that I get to be in for my time here on this earth. You know, it's like I respect myself enough to take care of myself, and it's a privilege to have healthy food. Like I feel like I'm showing myself love and respect when I'm nourishing my body in every way, shape, and form. So now we jump to more of like the mental game. I love meditating, I love praying. Those are both huge factors in my happiness as well, because when I'm meditating, it's a moment for me to just sit and think. Even, I mean, a lot of people say like you're supposed to clear your mind, but sometimes I choose a centering thought to meditate on, like a mantra, I guess. I just do it to be present and to just take a moment to kind of be and enjoy the state that I'm at right then and there. Or, you know, I don't know how to explain it, because I hear a lot of different perspectives on meditation. I just know that it helps me to stay happy and to be present, because it kind of forces me to look at where I'm actually at in life right now. Because sometimes I'll think that it's worse than it is, so I'll meditate and it just kind of brings me back to reality. So yes, I love meditating, whether it's guided meditation, or sometimes I do it in silence, or sometimes I listen to music while I'm doing it, but that's huge. I have not been doing that consistently, so I'll start doing that. So hydration, physical exercise, even if it's only like 3 days a week, 2-3 days a week, eating whole plant foods, meditating, and praying. I still pray every day. That's something that's really important in my life. My connection to my Creator is huge. I love the unconditional loving aspect of faith. I want to say faith because I believe that faith and religion are very different things. Even though I'm religious too, like I was raised Catholic, I'm baptized and everything, I don't think I've ever doubted my faith or my Creator. I've never, had huge issues with like believing there's a God. Like I've always believed there's a God, but I've had issues with my religion because I don't fully understand it, and that's my fault. I don't take the time to study it. Like I am intimidated by the Bible because it's hard to interpret. I have, thought about joining a Bible study, and I'm actually in the process of doing that. I want to say like I've got a million things going on, but I could make time for it. Anyways, that's something that's always been huge in my life, and I'm thankful because my grandparents, who are the most loving, amazing people, all of which have passed away, but if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have this relationship, I don't think, that I have with my Creator. So I got educated on it at a pretty early age, and they were just, the way that they went about teaching it, like they were just so loving, and that was always like so attractive to me, is the unconditional love and just not judging people and loving people for who they are. Like, leave the judgment to God. Not to get off on a tangent because I'm a professional at doing that. I think it's a beautiful thing. I don't know, like it just makes the world go round. It makes my heart feel so warm when I see people doing nice things for each other, when I get to do something nice for someone else, when someone does something nice for me. Like any act of love is beautiful, and that is a huge impact on my happiness as well. So hydration, physical exercise, activity, whatever. Nutrition, meditation and prayer. And I would also say social media. Man, that's been a big one lately. At the moment, I am so invested in social media. Not Instagram. I deleted my Instagram. I'm on my Snapchat sometimes. Like, I'll just post BS, like nothing serious. I'll get on there sometimes. I don't have a whole lot of Snapchat friends, and I like it that way. I make sure that I'm only friends with like people that I'm really, really close to, and I just don't check it that often because I don't want to spend so much of my time here on earth seeing what everyone else is up to that I forget to chase my own dreams. And I know people are like, why do you have to take it that far? Why can't it just be Snapchat and It doesn't have to be this deep, like, no, you're not following your dreams, but that's just how I see it. So I just feel like, and same thing, like, so Snapchat, I'm like on that sometimes, but, and again, it's like, it's goofy. I'm not looking at people dreaming that I had their life. I'm like looking at things that my friends are doing that are goofy, and family members, so that's not a huge deal. YouTube has been big for me lately. I think that's healthy, that if you are going to be on social media, that you should be selective about who you follow, because that's something that you're consuming every single day, which is why it's become a problem for me, because I will spend so much time watching podcasts or watching videos, which is a good thing because I've stumbled across a lot of positive influences. I like listening to Tony Robbins. I love listening to Joe Rogan. There's like some YouTubers that I really love following, like I really love Carly Bible. I think she's awesome. I love Sarah's Day. Manny, the makeup artist guy, who's hilarious. I love oh my gosh, I can't think of her name, but she's like super hippie. Anyways, who else? Barbara O'Neill. She's like a 60-year-old woman who's into holistic medicine and has like a holistic health retreat with her husband in Australia. Love her. I like watching like Tai Lopez and, you know, motivational stuff, but just a bunch of people that I've recently that I like to watch on YouTube, because they're either funny and they make me laugh and they have a really good sense of humor, and I think it's important to find things to smile and laugh about. Find things to be grateful for, to laugh and smile about every single day. That will help with your happiness. That's helped with me anyways. So yeah, I like watching those people because sometimes I'll get good book recommendations from their videos, or just cool outlooks on life. Like they just have good souls, I feel like. Not that I obviously know them, but the vibe that I get from them is very positive, and I just feel like I learn from them, and I am here without my family or friends, so it's like, it's good influences, you know? Like, I'm not looking at girls on YouTube or Instagram trying to like get a body like theirs, or wishing I was, you know, as pretty as them or anything like that. Like, these are people that I follow because I love their personalities, I love their souls, I like their morals. I think that they're very interesting people. Like, I like their brains a lot. There just needs to be a more healthy balance, and I've been investing a lot of my time in that instead of reading or meditating, so that's been a huge factor as well. And I don't think it's very good for your eyes either. And I've been doing it like late before bed. It's really not very good for you to have your eyes on the screen for so long, especially before you fall asleep. So I haven't been getting good sleep either. Sleep is huge, dude. It's huge. There was a point where I was going to bed at like 9 o'clock every night. I was getting up at like 4:30 in the morning. I was exercising. I would drink a bunch of water. Then I would eat something really healthy and really good. And then I would meditate. And then I would pray on my way to work. And, you know, I would think about things I was grateful for throughout the day. And it's just like, but it's repetition. It's discipline to do those things. It's a matter of being consistent and having the desire, which is huge, which is something that I'm just not feeling right now. Like, I know that I have desire to do those things, but I'm not finding it a powerful enough why. I would say another one is spending time in nature. I love going for like walks for like an hour or two, which I haven't done in a really long time because I want to sit here and be like, I just don't have time. I could make time for it, but even if it's for 15 or 20 minutes, I just like being outside. There's something about being connected with nature. It's just beautiful, and it has a huge impact on my happiness. It just does. So yeah, those are all the things that I'm going to be incorporating back into my life, and disciplining myself a lot more. If I say a lot, I am so sorry. I know that's probably super annoying. I'm annoying myself by saying it so much, and I'm trying to get better about not saying it so much. so just bear with me, please. I almost just said it again. Right there. It's a work in progress. Anyways, it just takes time, it takes discipline, it takes consistency, and you know, I like writing down my goals. Like I'll write down my goals, or I'll just write down words that I feel are empowering, such as consistency, discipline, progress, faith, courage, gratitude. Just words that are empowering, that make me feel like I want to go make some differences in the world and in myself. That is ultimately how I stay happy. I make a decision consciously to stay in a happy state of mind. I try to think of things that I'm grateful for as often as I can, and I would say that's a huge thing, is gratitude. Gratitude goes a long way. Goes a very, very long way. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to add. If I think of something later that I didn't mention in the video, I can always just do like a part 2, but ultimately that's how I stay happy. It's physically, nutritionally, mentally, spiritually. And if I have days where, or moments where I'm feeling an emotion that isn't necessarily positive, I'll let myself have that moment with that emotion that's a little sad or a little angry, but only for a second. I let it hit me for a second, and then I make the decision to let it go, and then I choose happiness again. So yeah, those are my tips on being happy and just taking care of yourself. And you know, if you're looking for something instant, read a good book. Watch something funny, watch a funny movie, think of funny memories that you have with family members or friends. Anything to put a smile on your face, even if you have to sit there and fake it and just go like this, even if you don't feel like smiling, but sometimes it'll end up making you laugh because you feel silly. But life is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so precious. It's so amazing that we're all here. We're never guaranteed tomorrow, and you never know how your happiness is going to affect someone else. You never know how, you know, if you pay someone a really sweet compliment, or if someone's having a rough day and they say something that could trigger something negative in you, and you don't respond to it, and instead you choose love and compassion, like how that's going to affect them when you show them compassion and when you're being like merciful. You know, any opportunity that you have to be happy or kind or anything, even if you're not getting anything in return, it just makes you feel better. It makes me feel better anyway. So, but if you're watching this and you're not in a very happy state of mind, just know that you're not alone, and this is just life. There wouldn't be happiness without sadness, and sometimes when we're in that kind of downward slope in life, or in our, not even in life sometimes, things can be going great. Everything in your life can be going great, but for some reason you're just not up there, like mentally. You're like, why? All these great things are happening in my life, like why am I not happier? It's because it's just life. It's just life. And it's crazy how it happens like that, but just know, like, it's never permanent. It's uncomfortable, and it's like, ugh, I want to take this feeling of like discomfort and like funkiness off of me, and I just want to be happy. Just know, like, it's not gonna last forever. It's okay. And it's not just you. It happens to me. It happens to everybody. And it's just a matter of like rewiring your brain and knowing how, you know, when you're in that kind of lower state of mind, like how to get yourself out of it. So I just realized those are things that really help me. But you know, don't ever get scared or weirded out if you're in a funk, because it's seriously a roller coaster, and you almost have to laugh. You almost just have to laugh it off and be like, well, this is life, man. Like, I wouldn't know happiness if I didn't feel like discomfort sometimes. And you know, it's just balance. Their emotions are there for a reason. Just don't overthink it. It's funny for me to say that because I overthink everything. I really do. I overanalyze stuff sometimes, but whatever, that's just who I am. So anyways, I really hope that this video has helped in some way, shape, or form. And just know that you are very loved, that you're here for a reason. You know, just go watch something funny, go watch a stand-up comedy show, go talk to a loved one, whatever you gotta do to just smile and feel good. And just, you know, if you are on track and you're exercising, you're eating well, and then you have a day where things don't go perfect, whatever, brush it off, it's all good. We're all trying to figure this thing out. You're not supposed to be perfect, you're not expected to be perfect. I mean, you practice with sports, you know, you practice when you speak a new language. It's just a matter of practice and repetition and being consistent and just giving it your best shot. I think that's why I am able to be as happy as I am. It's because I've practiced it. And you exercise your brain like you would exercise anything. So just give it time and just be patient with yourself. But yeah, I hope that this has helped. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you very much, and I appreciate your support. I just want to do good while I'm here, you know? I just want to make people feel good and help in any way that I can. So if you have any questions or comments, or if you ever want to see any other sort of material from me, please list it in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I said again. I did it again. I was doing well for like 5 minutes. I don't think I said it once, and I just said it again. Anyways, have a great night, you guys, and much love. Mwah. Thank you.